So I'm gonna be completely honest with you. When I first made the decision that I would be enrolling into engineering school, I genuinely had no idea what engineering even was. I just thought that, oh, it's a career where you could make a lot of money and, oh, you could build cool shit. And then you just got to use a bunch of math and physics, all of this generic stuff that people say about engineering, right? And sure, that's true to an extent, but engineering is so much more than that. Like all this generic stuff that people say, that just scratches the surface as to what engineering is. I've been studying engineering for about 4 years now. I'm about to start my fourth year of engineering. I'm working in an internship in the engineering field, learning so much about the industrial standards and what engineers really do. I'm learning so much through personal projects that I make on my own free time outside of that internship, and I make YouTube videos advising other engineering students on this platform. I speak so passionately to the point that I get hate for how passionate I speak on camera. So how did I get to the point where I knew jack shit about engineering to the point where I'm at right now? Let me tell you the story. It was 2022 when I first started my engineering degree, fall of 2022. And the college life just brings people towards you. Like you see all of these other friends, you connect with a bunch of people. And I made the mistake of connecting with unpassionate engineering friends, what I call pretengineers, people that aren't really passionate, people that do the bare minimum by cheating in engineering school. And reasonably, I started to become a bit of a pretensioneer myself, because if you haven't heard the saying yet, you are the average of the 5 people that you spend most time with, right? So I continue with all of these habits. I get distracted by all of these pretensioneers. I get distracted by a girlfriend that I had at the time. However, 4 months into the degree, I have to make the decision to end things with my girlfriend. And if you know anything about breakups, then you know that you get deep into thought. So I started thinking about all the mistakes that happened in that relationship. And then I started thinking about the mistakes that I was doing in engineering school. I realized the depth, the sort of weight that carried of skipping lectures, not being passionate about engineering, not doing anything more than the bare minimum in engineering school. And when I reflected on that, I actually let it sink in that this was my career that I was working towards, and I wasn't taking it seriously. And then amongst this reflection, I had a flashback of when I was probably like 6 years old. And at this age, I was watching a lot of superhero TV shows like Justice League Unlimited. I was watching superhero movies like Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. And I really wanted to be a superhero, somebody that saved the world. Oh, I wanna have all of these superpowers, right? So I stood up on my couch one time. My couch that was like 2 feet off the ground. And I prayed the hardest prayer that I have ever prayed in my life at that point. I prayed to God. I was like, please give me the ability to fly. Please. I was like flexing my entire body as if it would make like a difference in the prayer. Obviously, I didn't fly. So I jumped off of the couch. I fucking hit the ground so hard with my feet. There was like a loud ass thump. And then my mom's like, hey, what's that? Are you okay? And then I was like, oh yeah, I'm okay, mom. Just fell. And you might be thinking why that's relevant. And that's because superheroes are people that fight off against the villains that are threatening to end this world, right? You might think that there's no villains out there trying to end this world, but as corny as it sounds, there are. Climate change, trying to end this world, trying to extinct all animals on this planet. There's asteroids out there that are going to be on the trajectory to hit this earth. There are diseases out there, pandemics that will arise. And who will fight those quote-unquote villains? Who will provide solutions to climate change, solutions to oncoming asteroids, solutions to pandemics? Engineers. Engineers are the unsung, modern-day superheroes. If there's anything in this world that is close to even being a superhero, like Spider-Man or the Justice League, it's engineers. Engineers solve the large-scale problems, the planet-threatening problems in this world. They have done that for as long as humans have ever existed, and they will continue to do that for as long as humans exist. That's what made me passionate about engineering. The 6-year-old self deep inside of me, he suddenly came back to life. He realized that there are superheroes in this world. There are heroes, unsung heroes, which are engineers. And I was there in engineering school, not taking it seriously. I was just skipping lectures, not deciding to do anything more than the bare minimum. And that's why I make these kinds of videos, just preaching advice for engineering students, is so that my past self, my first year engineering self, people who were in his same shoes, who are being a pretend engineer, don't continue with their unethical behaviors of cheating and skipping lectures. Because I want the future engineers of this world to be passionate about this degree. Because those large-scale problems, they're going to require engineers to be on the top of their game. And if they're not, will we be able to solve such problems that are threatening humanity, that are threatening all life on this earth, that are threatening this world? I don't know. That's why we have to proceed with drive, such passion, such purpose towards this degree, because this degree is going to develop us into a career. And that career is going to help us solve the problems of this world. And I can't wait to see you achieve such great things with yours. So, if you need my help, I actually also run a business where I help engineering students develop their experience through personal projects. And there's also a community in that program where you can talk to other like-minded engineering students that are super passionate, that people call them corny. I have a community full of those engineering students who are like-minded to you. So, thank you so much for listening to my message. Engineering really is the greatest degree out there, most unsung heroic degree out there, and career out there. I'll see you next time.